I don't like Rent-A-Girlfriend.
Yeah, he doesn't
Why do you
like
always say
Rent-A-Girlfriend.
this?
Because you guys love Rent-A-Girlfriend. You talk about it all the time.
No, we talk. Mike always does this. He confuses girlfriend with Rent-A-Girlfriend.
Okay. Mark
I will
probably
leave.
weeps. My name is Cole. His name is Mike. His name is Jay. We like anime, and this is episode 65 of the Anime Protagonist podcast. And did you miss me? Because it's Cole. Cole's back. Cole's back, everybody. And this week we are. I'm Cole. Hi, nice to meet you. Anipro Cole. That's ANIPROCOLE. And
Shameless plug.
This week we are doing our mid-season check-in. Thank you, boys, for doing this one because I don't need any prep time. And we're also just gonna kind of talk about stuff for the first half. But before we get into any of that, I forgot who I was throwing it to. Mike, what's on your mind?
Oh,
Hi, it's me. I'm Mike. And I have decided at the start of the episode, I'm making an executive decision here. Hey, do you want to talk to us? Come to our Discord. Links are at anipropod.com or in the description of wherever you're listening to this. Now, what's on my mind? I don't know. I'm really tired. I can't really think. I'm celebrating that I don't have to work tomorrow, finally, because I've been working lots of overtime because I am a whore for overtime, and I love it so much. I'm like, give me that money, give me that time off in the bank, and here I am, just
Here he is.
weeping. Yeah, and
we should like hang out tomorrow then or something.
yeah, let's do that. We can play some Weiss Schwartz. Cole can build his gunpla and not talk to us.
Yeah,
But we'll talk about that tomorrow. What's on my mind this week? Oh, I know what's on my mind.
Okay.
So I just ate chicken nuggets or chicken fingers.
Okay.
okay.
And I this is going to be a hot take. This is going to be a real hot take here, guys. But like chicken fingies and chicken nuggies and like any kind of deep popcorn chicken, any kind of deep fried breaded chicken.
Yeah.
Man, that's good.
What a hot take. I was honestly expecting the complete opposite direction.
Yeah, when you said hot take, I thought you were going with, I don't really like it. I was going to...
Yeah.
That's called the old bait and switch, boys.
Yeah. Actually, I thought you were going to go with, what's your preferred dipping sauce for...
Oh, well, we can talk
That's a
about
good
that
one.
too. That's a
Yeah.
good one, actually. I should have went with that. But I just wanted to basically state, like, I feel like they are underrated because they're like children's food. You know what I mean? Like people will say, oh, if you like chicken nuggies, you're a little child. And you kind of are. But like, they're also elite. They're an elite food.
We talk about cartoons for a living, so...
Yeah. We can talk about we can like chicken nuggies and like cartoons, okay? We're big boys.
Yeah, Mom.
Okay. Best dipping sauce for chicken nuggies, go.
It's my money. I can do whatever I want with it, Dad.
As
Best
the podcast
dipping
dad,
sauce.
I object to this. Yeah, best dipping sauce we're going to do both. We're going to do chicken nuggies and we're going to do chicken tendies. Because they're two different things. I would have different sauces for both.
Okay, chicken nuggets. When I think chicken nuggets, I think of the classic McNugget.
Yep, that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, sweet and sour sauce then. Because that...
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you go to McDonald's and they say, what kind of sauce do you want? I want sweet and sour.
I agree. Sweet and sour sauce is good.
Sweet and sour sauce is really good.
I have a different take.
I have a different take as well.
Okay.
And it's a wild one that you wouldn't expect from me. The man who does not like sweet things very much.
Okay. Sweet and sour.
Dip your chicken nugget in honey.
It's
I've
heard
good.
of that.
It's so
I've
good.
heard of these things.
Really? Okay, it's really funny you say that. I had chicken nuggets today, and I got honey. And like when I ordered the honey on Skip, I was like, oh, it's going to be like some kind of honey sauce, like not literal genuine honey.
Yeah.
It's just honey.
And it's good.
And I
Honey's
was kind of
good, though.
disappointed, and I didn't try it because I was like,
oh, Jay, you missed out on such a sweet and salty treat.
I'm
so sad for you.
I got the spicy nugget, so I don't know how that would...
Sweet, salty, and spicy treat?
That's kind of why I went with the honey option, because it's like spicy and sweet kind of mixed together. It's like, that's like the perfect combination.
Oh, sweet baby Jay. Sweet baby Jay. you had the slam dunk lined up, and you dribbled, and the ball went out of bounds. Yeah.
Right in your hands.
Yeah.
It was like right there. And then the honey, the one honey packet that they gave me went straight into the drawer, and it's still sitting there.
Well, go get it. Go get it and eat it right now.
Yeah. Jay, what's your elite sauce? What's your elite sauce for nuggies?
I definitely want to try honey now because I'm actually curious.
It's sneaky good.
But the one that I always get, if I'm not getting ketchup, I'll probably get hot honey or hot mustard.
Oh yeah.
It just like it hits different, man.
Yeah. Mustard's underrated. Mustard's underrated.
Depends on the mustard.
Especially the McDonald's hot mustard. Like that's like good stuff.
I have a hot take.
You don't like it?
I don't like honey mustard.
No, hot mustard.
No, I know.
Hey.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's saying he doesn't like honey mustard. You know what?
Oh, okay.
I don't like pre-made honey mustard. But if you make yourself a honey mustard, it's really good. But
I don't know.
It's just one of those things. It's one of those things for sure.
Maybe I've only had pre-made, but yeah,
I like dipping.
Here's the thing. There are like two different kinds of honey mustard. There's like that honey mustard that's kind of more honey forward, like it's more of like a sauce, whereas
let me guess what the alternative is.
What?
The one that's more mustard forward?
No, the other is more like creamy.
Oh.
Like it's got like more of like a creamy texture to it. And like they're kind of different. So
I don't know. Not a fan. That's all I gotta say. But what about for tenders though?
Tendies?
Yeah.
Listen. It's either like a blackened ranch or like a buffalo sauce or both at the same time. It's simple. I'm not going to elaborate much more. It's just that's the answer. Cole, Jay?
I'm sorry, there's only one correct answer. And at risk, no. There's only one answer, and it's only where we are. And that is
honey dill.
Honey dill. Honey dill is elite.
If you're listening to this, you don't know what that is. It's essentially, think like honey mustard, but with dill, and that's kind of what it is.
It's not honey mustard.
It's instead of mustard, you replace it with dill.
Well, it's mayo, honey, and dill is all it is.
Yeah.
This is like not like honey mustard, other than
so it
honey.
kind of tastes vaguely like honey mustard.
It's good.
It is very
delicious. Good. And we've just doxed ourselves for the millionth time, but that's fine.
Look,
it doesn't matter as long as they can't figure out exactly where we live, which they can if they want to. But
if
we don't want that.
If you ever come here, or if you're ever interested, try honey mustard or try honey dill.
Try Jay's house.
It's very.
If you ever come to my home,
I'll serve you honey dill.
Yeah, if you put all the pieces together, you can figure out the region we're in. But
Jay, stop being coy. Good. Tell us your favorite sauce.
My favorite sauce.
Wait till the end.
So I do like honey dill, but for me, when I'm having tendies, I just slap some barbecue sauce on a plate and just dip
barbecue sauce
dip in that sweet BBQ, man.
Yeah. Or honestly, like just straight up mayonnaise is good.
Cole's a huge mayo guy. Honestly, you're the biggest mayo guy I know.
I love mayo. I love mayonnaise.
You're like that guy from Gintama who just like pours mayonnaise. Have you gotten to that part yet, Cole?
No.
No, there's a guy in Gintama who like he'll go like to a ramen shop, take out a whole like bottle of mayo and just like dump it on his ramen.
Well, what about Subaru from ReZero? He loves mayonnaise.
He does, but like this is like a running gag where like this guy just like is in love with mayonnaise.
Never forget that scene in the ReZero OVA where Rem fills the baths with mayonnaise and thinks that she liked it good. Yeah,
I have not seen this. I need to watch this immediately.
It's good.
Yeah, but
very good.
Speaking of immediately, Jay, what's on your immediate mind?
What is on my immediate mind? So this is going to be kind of random, but I've had a song stuck in my head for like the past like 3 days. And I kind of alluded to this before we started record. I'm not going to sing it. It's the most random song, but it's have you guys seen the DreamWorks movie The Prince of Egypt?
Oh
no, man,
actually,
you're throwing
I
it
don't
way
think I
back.
have.
That's old, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I saw it as a child.
Okay, so it's a musical, and there are like a ton of songs in it, and one song at the very beginning, "Deliver Us," has been stuck in my head for the past 3 days, and I can't get it out, and I don't know why.
Probably because it's a banger.
It's probably a banger, yeah.
It is a banger.
Yeah.
I'll have to send it to you when we're on break, because it's so good.
Please do.
I
Please
will.
send it to me
Mm-hmm.
when we're
I
on
will.
break.
Yes.
That was like DreamWorks before they went exclusively CG, right?
Yeah.
It's like an animated movie. Yeah.
I can't remember. I heard this little tidbit, but like, and I don't remember when this was, but at DreamWorks, when they were working on Shrek, they would put animators on Shrek as a punishment. So like, I can't remember what the other movie was. I think it was Prince of Egypt. But like,
I think they came out around the same time. Yeah.
So like, it was like if you did something wrong during Prince of Egypt, they'd send you to Shrek.
Yeah.
And they'd be
Go
like,
work
you're working on
this.
Shrek for the next week.
So what you're saying is it's like official Bad Boys Love Shrek?
Yeah.
Nice.
Bad
Shrek's a
Boys
bad
Be
boy.
Loving Shrek. I don't know where I learned that little tidbit, but like it was
It's
so
just
interesting.
it's just something somebody once told you.
Oh, he got me with some buddy smash mouth.
You know,
That was good. That was a good one.
I
Cole.
had that coming.
Yeah,
coming. What else?
you
You,
really
know what
did.
else I have
And they
coming?
don't stop coming, and they don't stop
They
coming.
don't stop coming.
Gross.
And something else that doesn't stop coming is
What?
okay. I can't segue with that. That's a terrible
That was a
segue.
Smash Mouth reference, Jay.
Yeah,
What was that?
yeah.
What did you turn it into?
That's a terrible segue. Cole, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind? I don't know now. My memory has been erased, repressed, possibly.
Oh.
Well, you were just in
What's-
Japan, so I mean, like,
Oh yeah, Japan.
Oh, yes.
I'm back from Japan and severely jet lagged.
Ohio.
Ohio. Japan is a wonderful country. Let me tell you a little bit about Japan and its history. And no, I'm just kidding.
buckle up, folks. We're in for a long one.
Yeah, Cole's going to talk for 30 minutes uninterrupted, starting now.
Ready to monologue?
Make sure you tell us all of your deepest fears and thoughts as well while you're monologuing. Yeah.
Well, are you guys aware of like these people who put makeup on? They're called clowns.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you
Those are
going with
scary.
this?
Those are scary.
Oh, I thought he was going to say he's always wanted to be one.
Yeah.
No, that's my life. I am one.
They can juggle. I really like it. I wish I could do it.
I've never seen a clown IRL.
Look
I
in
don't
a
know.
mirror.
Oh,
Damn,
Nice.
I'm setting myself up for these today.
Yeah.
Jay,
You truly
how
are.
about we make this easier on Cole because he
Yes.
doesn't like talking about himself. How about we just ask him things? How about that?
Sure.
Let's be nice. Let's be nice to the boy.
Do that, please. Thank you.
Yeah. We'll start off with
Yep.
one from Bunny in our Discord. I sent out a call to our Discord, and we only got one reply this time, which is mucho disappointing. People don't care about Cole's Japan trip, but we're going to
That's
talk
okay.
about it anyway.
Yes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is going to be a good one.
Okay.
What is the wackiest thing you saw in the streets or while taking a train or something? As Bunny in the Discord says this.
Wackiest thing.
It's Japan. There's got to be something wacky.
Yeah, hold on. I should have like looked at this question before we started
No,
recording. I
on
didn't
the-
know
on
that
the
you were
spot.
I didn't even know that you were asking people this.
We caught Cole on the spot. Do you want to think about it and we just ask you other questions in the meantime?
Yeah, because maybe it'll come to me as we go. Don't worry, Bunny. I'll remember.
Okay.
And hopefully I'll have an answer by the end of this segment.
So, this might be another difficult one, but what was your favorite place to go while you're there?
Well, it's the place that I went to. There's two.
Okay.
And it was very convenient for me because they were very close. Actually 3. So the 2 are obvious ones. So Asakusa, like Sensoji, was really cool. Very busy though. Like definitely like a heavy tourist spot and but like lots of like cool souvenirs and stuff that I was able to get for some people. And just like, Sensoji is very impressive to look at. Big, huge temple. It's nice. The other one would be, Akihabara. I went there 3 times.
Yeah.
Three times?
Really, went there 3 times.
It's like weeb heaven, right? So
yeah,
of course, you did.
Yeah, it's weeb heaven. Very impressive. Like, you look at all of this stuff online, like pictures and stuff, but like once you're there, it's different.
Yeah.
The other thing that's cool about it is it's a big major street, and when I went there on a Sunday, they closed the street, so like you can just like walk through the street.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is very like surreal and unnerving a little bit, because you're like, where are the cars? Are they coming for me? But they weren't there.
Where are they?
Did you get
coming?
Tokyo drifted?
Yeah, exactly.
You were just expecting to get isekai'd?
Yes, exactly. And then the other one was one that I was excited for, but didn't think it would be as cool, and I wish I was able to spend more time there. It's on the day that I had a tour to like Mount Fuji and like different places outside of Tokyo. We stopped at like this village that was rebuilt after like a major landslide, and it's all like traditional like wooden houses with like thatched roof, like think Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, okay.
Like when you're like climbing on the roofs.
Yeah.
Like those kind of buildings. And all of them were like either like set up to look like what it looked like at the time, or there'd be like little souvenir shops in them. We only got to spend like 40 minutes there because that was like a guided tour, but that was definitely the one that kind of struck me as like the most left field, like you're going to Tokyo, you're like, of course you're going to go to Sensoji, of course you're going to go to Akihabara, you're going to go to Tokyo Tower and Skytree and stuff, but that one was the coolest. And just outside of Tokyo in general, like next time I go, I would honestly consider just like not being in Tokyo, period.
I think that's the move. I think you got to go to Tokyo for sure. At least like you got to go to Tokyo and do the things, right?
Honestly, 2 or 3 days in Tokyo would be enough.
Yeah.
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 Me and Shazena were planning on going there, and that was kind of what we planned. We planned to have like 4 or 5 days in Tokyo, and then like a week in Kyoto or something, and just kind of like change it up.
I would even say like go to like small towns.
I'd want to check out Hokkaido.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Hokkaido's pretty far though.
It is, but it also like I just want to check it out.
But yeah, like that's where like the friendliest people were. In Tokyo, definitely people were very, I wouldn't say distant, but like everybody just kept to themselves.
Yeah.
Where like outside in like the small towns, like people would like say hello and stuff. Yeah. Outside Tokyo, if you're going to Japan, go outside.
That kind of makes sense because Tokyo's like advice. A big metropolis where like everyone's like it's all compact. Whereas like if you're in an outer thing, like it's a lot more relaxed, not as much hustle bustle and all that. So
yeah.
Just good life advice. Just go outside.
Touch grass.
Yeah.
Go
facts.
outside, touch grass. Yeah.
Now, Jay, you must ask Cole a question.
He just did.
I just did.
Oh, shoot. I must ask Cole a question.
Yeah.
Cole?
Yep.
What was the best hamburger you ate in Tokyo?
Best hamburger I ate in Tokyo.
I kind of teased you because you kept sending pictures of burgers, and I'm like, I want to see the food I can't get at home.
There's the argument between Moss Burger in Tokyo and Fresh Burger.
A classic argument. I've heard both sides, but I need to know your take.
Fresh Burger. Moss Burger was...
Really?
No, didn't like it, period, at all.
And what about best non-burger food in Japan?
Curry. Oh my God.
Yeah? Did you learn some good tips? Because I know you hooked me on the curry already, but like that was homemade.
I haven't had Cole's curry.
You know what the good thing about curry in Japan is?
What's that?
No veggies. It's just
sacrilege,
sauce.
Not even potato?
It's just sauce, meat, rice. And it's like, oh my God, yeah. Get like all of that fluff out of here. Just give me the flavor.
I mean, yeah,
I
that
like
makes
veggies
sense.
though.
Well, I mean, you could put veggies in it, I guess, but like, I don't know. I felt like this is what children should be eating, but I'm a grown man. I went to, which was the place? Coco something? People are out there screaming because they know what I'm talking about, but it was like a tonkatsu ramen. So a piece of tonkatsu, and the sauce itself had like thinly sliced beef in it as well.
Ooh, I do love a thinly sliced beef.
You're making me hungry.
It was very filling too, and cheap. I got this huge
you
meal.
were saying that
It was like 700 yen.
Yeah, I remember you said like you got like two sandwiches and a drink from a convenience store for like 800 yen or something like that.
400 yen.
400, yeah.
It'd be like $4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, very
Which is absolutely insane. Yeah.
It's just getting there that's expensive, honestly. And
once
probably,
you're there,
I think if I was traveling around the country more, that would cost me more as well.
Probably.
But like you can get a train pass that basically gives you unlimited train riding for like, I don't know, like $400 or something like that.
I was gonna ask that actually, because
and you can just ride anywhere you want.
Yeah, and the trains go like cross country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shinkansen, and like the train in Tokyo is great too. I did get on the wrong train once. I
was going to ask, because like I've heard it's notoriously kind of like confusing, the public transport. No,
it's really not that confusing. I think what happened was there was 2 trains that stopped on one platform, and I just got on the wrong one.
Yeah.
So it ended up taking me somewhere else, but I was able to just Google Maps. Like once I got off that train, Google Maps how I get to where I am, and away I went. That was the only issue I had. And it was and it was like a long distance one. I was going from like Yokohama to back to my hotel. Yeah. So it was a pretty long distance.
Gotcha.
But no, the trains weren't confusing at all. It was very easy.
How difficult was it with the language barrier? Because like, I know a lot of people wanting to go to Japan might be a bit unnerved about the fact that a lot of people speak Japanese and that. So
I think that's the benefit of going to Tokyo is English is like everywhere. Even if they don't speak English, like if you go to a restaurant and they don't speak English, the menus all have pictures, or they'll just have an English menu.
Okay.
And there was one ramen place I went to that like, you know how you now for menus in a lot of restaurants you scan a little QR code?
Yeah.
It was that, but then you also order on your phone. So you don't even have like it just makes it easy. Yeah.
That's one thing I feel Japan kind of does right as an introvert is like there's lots of they're very like introvert friendly. Like you always see those videos on TikTok and stuff of like the ramen cafes where like you sit down at the counter, there are screens on all sides of you. There's a screen in front of you so like they can't see you, you can't see them, and you just place your order and they put a bowl of ramen through the slot, you eat your ramen and you leave. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Everywhere is like that. Everywhere is like automated, and you know, you just put your money in a machine and it spits your change out, except for McDonald's.
Like an ATM. Sorry.
Yes, like an ATM.
Yeah, where you put in money and then you can get the money back out like an ATM.
That's what ATMs are.
Yeah.
Except for McDonald's. McDonald's was which threw me off because like McDonald's here is very, you don't have to deal with anybody. You just order yourself on the touch screen. When I went to McDonald's, when I went to McDonald's there, it was a little room and one till. And then you walk up and you say, Big Mac set. And then they give you a Big Mac meal. And then you leave.
Yeah, they're all sets or something, right?
Like, well, I mean, they just say sets instead of meal. Yeah.
Whereas we'd call it like meal or combo or something.
Yeah.
Did it taste any different, the Big Mac, than it does here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ours are better.
Yeah, I remember.
Don't go to Japan thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get some like cool different fast food. No, it's just not gonna be as good.
Yeah. I remember.
Oh, go ahead, Jay.
I remember I was in the Middle East a couple years ago, and I had a Big Mac in Japan or in over there, and it tasted nowhere near as good. So, yeah,
and their fries were like not crispy. I don't know, like they were undercooked.
Yeah,
consistently. I went to McDonald's 3 times, and the fries were always like that.
I wonder if that's just a common preference over there, like not as crispy.
Maybe. And my least favorite ice. Everywhere had crushed ice.
Oh, now we care about ice.
Now we care about ice.
Crushed I thought that was a boomer take.
Takes up too much volume in the drink.
I know, it's wrong.
Less drink to ice ratio.
I think ice altogether just doesn't. It all does that.
A&W does it right. No ice. Period.
Yeah, no ice. That's the way to go.
Yep. I'm still thinking of bunnies, so if you guys got any more questions.
Wackiest thing? What questions do I got here?
What was the best figure you got from Japan?
We're on the same brave wave here, Jay. I was going to ask.
Know,
it's like, what's the best merch?
I got 2 Nazuna figures, so probably one of those. I like the nurse one, but I kind of like this one. I like this one, though.
This one, listeners.
If you want to check out
on YouTube.
Watch on YouTube, and you can see what exactly which figure I was talking about.
Yeah, this is a podcast. I was going to say, there's a video.
Yeah, just zero awareness moment from Cole there. It's all good.
Listen, I've been on holidays for 3 weeks. It's the Nazuna one of her, like, crouching on top of, like, a telephone pole. I think that's enough of a hint to be able to look it up. I don't know how else to describe it. It's a good one. Her face is
Nazuna?
Kinda.
Ninja Nazuna?
Kinda.
You're kind of doing like the Itachi pose.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what you were saying. But her, like, it's a very dynamic figure. So, like, the hair is, like, blowing in the wind, and her jacket cape is billowing.
Cape
jacket. Yeah, so I'd probably go with that one. The power one was a nice surprise. I got a power figure as well. I wasn't anticipating that. Actually, I wasn't anticipating getting any figures at all, and then I ended up coming back with 4. And a Gundam.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're in Japan, of course.
Yeah. You have to get something.
Now when you look at them, you'll always think of Japan.
Yeah, I had to buy an extra suitcase to be able to come home. And I bought a watch. Casio G-Shock.
You did buy a really nice watch.
Yeah. Casio G-Shock. Mike's jealous. He told me.
I am. I like G-Shocks, actually. They're nice watches.
Yeah. I would hold it up for the camera, but...
Not wearing it. Wearing it.
Yeah. Wackiest thing I saw in Japan. I saw some dude with, like... You know, you think of, like, the stereotypical, like, kung fu movie guy.
Mm-hmm. Like the long stringy mustache.
But, like... Imagine that, but it wasn't like, it didn't hang over the sides of his mouth. It just hung over the front. So it was like whiskers that just like were hanging over his mouth. And I thought, how do you eat like that? I only saw him briefly. That? And I probably saw some crazy stuff while I was like really drunk on a tour.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got hammered while you were there.
Yeah, I had one write-off day where I was so hungover the next day. It was horrible, but it was fun. It was a fun.
That's why I'd be kind of scared to get hammered in like a foreign place, because like you don't want to waste the day, but you kind of also just borrow time from tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what I kept telling myself. Mike's got this terrific anecdote about hangovers, where it's just hangovers are just because you borrowed fun from the next day.
It's true.
And that's what I was telling myself while I was laying in bed. I'm like, I had the equivalent of this fun last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was...
you could just not get hungover. That's the secret strat.
Also a great choice.
Yeah, normally I'm good.
You don't have to drink.
Normally, well, it helps. Normally I'm good with like hydrating myself while I'm drinking so I don't get hungover the next day. But
sometimes it just gets away from you.
Sometimes it just gets away from you. And the sake was flowing. Good sake is good, by the way. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Another crazy thing I saw.
You saw that giant Gundam.
I saw that giant Gundam, but that's not crazy. Everybody sees the giant Gundam. I saw 2 giant Gundams, actually.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, I saw one that moves.
Did you see it move?
I did. That's a whole thing. So earlier I said I went to Yokohama, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was to go and see Gundam.
Right.
At the Yokohama Gundam Factory.
Mm-hmm.
Or Gundam... What's it called? Gundam Factory? Mike?
Gundam... Yeah, it's Gundam Factory Yokohama, isn't it?
Yeah, Gundam Factory Yokohama. And I went and I'm like, oh, perfect. Like, I'm going on a Tuesday. It's all nice and slow. There's not much people out. And as I'm walking up, I'm like, there's really not much people out.
Yeah, where is everybody?
Where is everybody? Oh, it's closed. It was like an hour. It was like an hour train ride. And people are like, oh, you're going all the way to Yokohama. Like, that's pretty far. Like, I'm like, yeah, but it's like the Gundam's there. I want to go and see it. Yeah. And it was closed. So I couldn't even see it. But they had a gigantic, well, not gigantic, but it was a big boat. Big boat from like Titanic times.
Big boat.
A big boat. And it was a boat that would sail from Seattle to Tokyo.
Yeah.
And like, that's how people would travel. That's how the old people would travel.
Wait.
In the olden times.
They used to travel on boats?
Yeah. So
why didn't they just take planes?
I don't know.
Oh.
Silly
Losers.
people. So when I was sitting there, I was sitting there figuring out what to do in this city that's an hour away. And they turned this boat into a museum. So I'm like, perfect. I'll go and do that. $400 yen entry fee. So like,
oh, that's
how could I not do it?
Yeah.
So I went on that boat, and while I was on the boat and I was on the deck of the boat, the Gundam started moving. I guess they were like testing it. So I got to see the Gundam move
sweet.
anyway. Yeah. So yeah, that's what's on my mind. Oh, and Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh yeah, you started playing that too. I started playing it as well since the last one.
Yeah, but I don't want to echo what Nugdeep said a couple weeks ago. So
yes, Nugdeep was accurate. It's a very good game.
It looks very amazing,
good game, especially on PS5.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
I still haven't played it.
Yeah.
Now that I've been
because you don't have a PS5.
Get a PS5. It's finally, that's actually news, gaming news, is the PS5 is like finally just you can walk into a gaming store and just buy one.
Yeah.
Like yes.
It only took 2 years.
Yeah. Only 2
nuts.
years. And the end to a chip shortage.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said to Jay when you were gone, Cole, I'm like looking into building a PC, which is like a childhood dream of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And like the chip shortage being almost over is very nice. You can just see the graphics card prices and stuff just dropping, and it's like,
it's the light at the end
salvation.
Of the tunnel.
Yes.
I've talked enough, I think. Mike, do you have? I
think you should shut your mouth.
Yeah.
And let's dive into Jay's mailbag. It's time for the mailbag.
Where's the alliteration here?
Yeah. Mike, it's your mailbag.
Yeah, come on.
Jay has the question this week, though.
Oh, okay.
I do?
I didn't look it up. You did. You looked it up. Oh, Jay flubbed the...
Jay forgot.
Jay failed the test.
Jay forgot.
Yep. Okay, I will look. Diving through the mailbag. If you leave a mailbag in our Discord, by the way, we give you the cool...
I have the question. By the
green color for your name. So do it. Leave an actual mailbag, and we'll give you a cool green color on your thing, and you get the little title in our Discord. You're super cool. Jay, what's the mailbag?
Bunny is supplying all the questions this week.
Bunny's a goat, okay?
With another one. What is an unpopular character opinion for this season / last season?
Unpopular,
Vash,
huh?
Vash looks cool.
Vash does look cool.
Yeah.
The CG in Trigun Stampede looks good, and Vash looks good, and I like that they rebooted it.
Yes,
I agree.
I think people are
overreacting to that.
People are sleeping on Trigun. Hint for after the break.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after the break. For this season, what else is there? Oh, Vinland Saga. We knew this first half of this season was going to be slow. It's Farmland Saga. We knew this. Just you wait. We got out of the Shonen Vinland Saga, and now we're in the Seinen Vinland Saga, and man, does it hit good. But we gotta wait. We gotta be patient. You gotta be a big boy.
It's still good. It's just it's definitely there's that whiplash factor of Trigun. Yeah. Or, sorry, Vinland Saga. My mind is
unpopular character opinion.
Yeah, character opinion specifically.
Oh, it's supposed to be character.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
That's honestly kind of tough. I mean, I guess I could say I'm not the biggest Power or Makima fan, but like
That's last season.
That's
Jake.
unpopular.
But
Yeah,
that
it
is
was this
unpopular.
season or last season.
season.
Oh,
Last season was in the question.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
It was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
we're
was.
good. You're good. That's allowed. That's allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah. I'll allow it. Unpopular character opinion. Makima's Dumpy was just fine.
It was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was just fine.
Honestly, kind of agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was accurate. I would say to the manga.
Yeah.
I don't know what people were.
I
People
think
are too used to seeing the Rule
The
34.
fan art. Yeah, people are too used to Googling some
Yeah.
weird things on the internet.
Yeah.
I would know. No one I know here would know anything about those things.
I like how you started with "I wouldn't."
Yeah. No way. No way, Jose. Maple from Beaufry is fire as a protagonist. That's just facts. It's just
I think
great
I
show.
don't think that's unpopular.
That's not
I
though.
think-
I just
No.
like talking about Maple. I've been watching Beaufry a lot.
Look,
We'll
we got
talk
a
about
second
it.
half, Mike. We can talk
know.
about Beaufry when we get over
yeah.
there.
Last season. I don't even remember what was last season, to be honest with you. Oh, Urusei Yatsura. Get out of here.
Oh yeah,
might
Mike
drop
didn't
it.
like it. Mike didn't
Might
like
drop
it at
it.
all. I'm 11 episodes behind on Urusei Yatsura, so
Yeah, I'm
I kind of
quite far
get it.
behind as well. Yeah.
I kind of get it. I liked
Yeah.
it, but it just didn't hook me. You know,
It kind of fell into the Rumiko Takahashi problem where it doesn't really go anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it's one of those things where I'll just watch an episode or two every now and then if I'm feeling like it, because it's so. There's not really any bingeable quality to it.
No,
Yeah.
it's really one of those shows that like if you're gonna watch it week by week, then you'll get the entertainment from it. But if you're gonna binge it, there's nothing there.
Yeah. I think I'll go with I like Vash's redesign. I like it.
Okay.
It's a little more. I'm not into like spiky hair
I think
as far
he
as
was
like my anime characters go.
he was too 90s, his old style. And it
Yeah.
just
Yeah, they kind
doesn't
of
hold up.
modernized it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't hold up.
Yeah. I mean, that's sacrilege, I'm sure, to a lot of people, but
A lot of people just like held their hearts and were like,
I know. Well, I think that's why it's
yeah.
kind of being slept on is people don't like the redesign and the fact that it's CG, but ugh.
I think people instantly write off CG as something like bad because it's not classic hand drawn, but like
Yeah, we'll
it
talk
doesn't
about
matter.
this. We'll
Yeah,
talk about it. We'll talk about it. Yeah,
but
Yeah.
for now,
but yeah,
how
that's what I would say. Yeah.
How about we head to a I think the music's swelling.
The music is
so you gotta ask a
swelling.
question.
Yeah. Oh, I do? Well
Okay.
then,
Oh, you have one?
I do.
He's thinking.
Oh,
He's thinking.
There we go.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell if
See
it was
the
a bit or
gears
not.
turning.
Yeah.
What so far, because the season isn't over, what is your favorite new anime from
What
this
is your
season?
favorite new anime from winter
Not
2020?
so not a sequel. It has
Can't
to
be a
be
sequel.
a new anime.
You'll hear about ours for sure after the break.
Break. Wonder. Welcome back to the Anime Protagonist Podcast, everyone. We are going to go right into our mid-season check-in. We're going to talk about all the shows we're watching, all the shows we're not watching, go through our draft, see if we did our homework like we were supposed to, and see what we think of everything that is currently going on in winter 2023. We've got a lot of shows to talk about this season, so let's just jump right into it, boys.
Let's.
Let
How about
us.
we let's review our draft, our picks.
Yes.
Yes. Where do we draft these
Yes.
again? Does anyone remember where these picks came from?
Off the dome, I think.
Off the dome, eh?
Off the dome.
What do you mean? Where did these picks come from?
Well, I don't
We
know.
made
Maybe this is someone's first list episode they're listening to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I forgot that not everybody in the world listens to this. Almost, though.
All 6 people in the world.
Yeah, so at the beginning of every season, we do a little draft based on our results from the previous season. So this past season, Michael went first.
Because I have the best picks.
Because he had the best picks from fall.
Yep.
2021.
Yep.
Or 2022. Sorry.
2022.
Then I went second, and then Jay went last. Yep. So, Mike, your first pick at the beginning of this season was...
My first pick of the 2023 winter season was Vinland Saga Season 2. How are we doing this? Are we talking about them now, or are we just going to... Yeah, we're on the same page.
I was just going to ask. Yeah. Why don't we just... Yeah,
let's do that.
Why don't you tell us about it? Tell us about it.
Listen, guys. We knew... If I've read,
hold on. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna do an audible. Why don't we save the best for last and start at the end
Cole's
of the
favorite.
draft?
He likes doing this.
Yeah.
You just got to be time conscious.
Yes,
remember what we talked about?
Yes. So Jay, we'll start with you because you drafted last, and your pick was at the end of the draft.
We'll just call what
Misfit.
I did.
Misfit of the Demon King Academy Season 2.
Oh.
So
yes.
I can't wait to see how that one ends.
So I guess we should address something. There have been quite a few delays. There's a really cool part of this show. Like, I've been watching it every episode, and my favorite part, it's recurring. It's when the end credits start. I love that part at the end of the show. Oh, you like when every episode ends?
Yeah. That's the good
So
part.
what you're saying is you don't like this show?
I haven't watched it.
Oh.
Second of it.
Okay.
It's just a joke.
I watched episode 1, and it's more Misfit of the Demon King Academy Season 2.
Is this delayed?
Yeah, it's delayed.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
I saw a thing saying it's delayed and like maybe just never returning.
It's delayed indefinitely. So like we don't have a return date, but like I'm sure we'll get one eventually.
Oh, well, I'm sure they wouldn't just start it and then just like, done. Like they've got to recoup their losses, right?
Yeah.
But that's surprising. An indefinite delay.
A couple shows are going through this, and out of my draft, 2 of them are on my list.
Oh no.
Including Misfit of the Demon King Academy.
I had one, but it did restart, so I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Do you got anything else to say about this one, Jay? Or
I mean, if you've seen season 1, you know what you're in for season 2. There's not really much else to say about it.
Nice. This is my last pick was a show that I'm sure some people watched, and some people would not include me. This would definitely be one that I am unfortunately I'm upset that I picked this one, and I would, if we could, swap this out for that what's that show called? Jay, you told me about it. It's the one the ice guy and his cool female co-host.
Yeah.
I would swap it out for that. So that one's actually pretty decent. But anyway, the show that I actually picked was My Life as Inukai-san's Dog, which is... I
feel like at the time, Cole, you were just kind of like... You were on like a weird vibe. You're in for the meme a little too hard. You rode your own meme, and it kind of backfired on you and cost you.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, there's not really anything redeeming in this one that's really pulling me in. Like... The animation doesn't look good. The story, I don't really understand. I don't know. There's just nothing to it that is interesting to me at all. So this one's a drop for me. This is
that's fair. I mean, it wasn't even started, to be honest with you. It's just like I remember when you drafted it. I literally was like, "Did you watch the trailer for this one?" You're like, "No," and I'm like, "I think it's like a full-on hentai." Like
it's not a full-on hentai.
It's close. It's not far.
It's not.
It's one of those I can't believe it's not hentai shows.
No, the fan service in it is still censored. It's not like you see any...
I thought you didn't watch this one, Cole.
Yeah, Cole.
Well, no, like I know from... whatever.
From when you watched it.
Yeah, no, Jay, we got him. We got him. It's okay, I watched all of it.
Yeah, okay, good. Mike, why don't you tell us about this show that... surprisingly you drafted last, but is like the show that you will not shut up about.
Listen. I drafted last in my picks, Beaufry Season 2. And the reason I drafted it last is because A, I knew neither of you were going to pick this one. B, I hadn't watched Season 1. So it was kind of a gamble, because I was basically committing to watching 2 seasons, because I had to watch the first season first, right? So I was like, okay, I'll watch it. I had a feeling I'd like it. I was also going to pick Misfit at Demon King Academy, but I left it for Jay. And I made the right choice. I watched Season 1 of Beaufry, and it was so good. It was amazing. I love it so much. And Season 2 is literally like, since I was basically binging it, I kind of just like went from the end of Season 1 and then started watching Season 2 immediately. And like the first episode of Season 2 literally has the same OP as the first season. It's like a seamless transition. It's literally the same show, just continued. It could be a Cour 2 for all you care. So
from what I understand about this show, I think that this is one of those shows that can be defined with the phrase, it's just a delight.
Yes, that's actually like the perfect way to put it.
It's just nice.
It's, if you want an isekai that has none of like the stupid edgy stuff that isekai usually have, or like none of the like obvious like fan service that's just over the top, and it's just wholesome fun, and it like actually knows how like it's not even really an isekai, it's just they're playing a video game. It's just some cute friends playing a nice video game with each other, and it's hilarious and it's awesome, and I really enjoy it. So I made a good choice here. I'm proud of myself.
You'll be continuing this one?
I will be continuing this one for sure.
Yeah. This Jay's next one is one that I really want to watch, because Jay, did you know that the leads of this show are the leads from March Comes In Like a Lion?
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Did you know that this show was also delayed?
I did know that.
Yeah.
And it's on High Dive, unfortunately.
It is on High Dive as well, but
Jay, you picked Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible.
Yes, and this show is adorable. I knew it was going to be adorable. I'm reading the manga, and the manga's almost done. But like it's just so wholesome. It has like that little teasing Takagi vibe to it. That like if you like Takagi, you might get into this as well.
Yeah,
like it's just
I'm really gonna like this one.
It's just really, really good and really cute, and just gives you those warm and fuzzy feels inside, you know.
I've heard good things about this one, actually. I'm not really one for these shows, but I've heard good things.
Honestly, it's surprising. There are like a couple good like slice of life romance shows this season.
Yeah, and I mean, so you've got the voice actor for Rei Kiriyama, who I don't know what his name is. You've got
Shiraishi.
And then you've got the voice actor for Hana from March Comes In Like a Lion, or Hina from March Comes In Like a Lion, who is Kana Hanazawa.
Yeah.
Put her up, Mike. There she is.
Wait, do I still do that now that we have the new format for YouTube videos?
Yeah, you still do.
Actually, I did. I just saw it. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Thank you. There she is.
Check out our YouTube videos. You can see our faces.
Let's see if Mike makes it like float around. So
there's a good chance that you can't see your hand because of how I crop it. Yes, she was there.
She's blinking now.
There.
No, she's not.
Like in and out of existence.
No.
Oh, Jay.
Blinking in and out.
Yeah, she's like blinking in and out of existence.
Jay, you know my pain as a video editor now. Don't do this to me.
Maybe that's why I'm doing it to you.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That's enough.
Check out Jay Garridian on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Wow, shameless.
Jay needs the plug.
I know.
Jay needs the plug, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I so desperately need the plug.
Anyway, that's enough Kana Hanazawa, unfortunately. Let's talk about my next one, which was my second to last. Inspector Season 2. I've only watched one episode of it, but it's, I don't know, it's fun. It's just a fun show. It's Monogatari-ish, because it's very wordy. Like, they kind of just explain everything to you. And it's supernatural. So it's kind of cool, like, with the Japanese, like, supernatural element to it.
Okay.
Yokai and whatnot, but I'll keep watching this one for sure. It's good. I like the main girl and the main guy. I like their dynamic. The fact that they're dating, but the guy like
is not into her at all.
He's not. Well, no, I think that he is.
He is, but he's very tsundere about it.
Yes, he's like the male tsundere, and they're already dating, which is kind of a fun dynamic. I'll keep watching it though. I'll keep watching it. Yeah. Mike, will you continue to watch Tokyo Revengers Season 2?
This one, I probably should have drafted last in hindsight, but I was kind of worried Jay would take it. Because I know he likes the manga for Tokyo Revengers. So
I liked past tense the manga.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's spoilers for the manga. Not really at all. Again, kind of like what I said with the last one. This it picks up exactly where the first season ends, and it continues doing exactly the same things as the first season. I've only watched like a handful of episodes of this one because I started fairly late because it's one that I watch with my wife, so I'm on more of a restricted schedule with this one. Actually, you know what? I think so. It's how do I explain Tokyo Revengers? It's like I don't enjoy it.
It's gang or race.
Yeah. Well, people know what the plot is, right?
But like, no, yeah. I thought that's what you meant by describing.
No, I meant like the vibes of it. Like it's kind of, it's not something I would call good, but I keep watching it for some reason. It's kind of like how you guys talk about Rent a Girlfriend. You know what I mean?
I don't like Rent a Girlfriend.
He doesn't
Why do you
like
always say
Rent-A-Girlfriend.
this?
Because you guys love Rent a Girlfriend. You talk about it all the time.
No, we talk. Mike always does this. He confuses girlfriend with Rent a Girlfriend.
Yes, girlfriend is delightful.
How many girlfriends are there?
Girlfriend knows what it is. Rent a Girlfriend thinks it's like a dramatic character piece, but it's garbage.
It's not. It's trash, and I can't get enough of it.
That's why I don't like it. Girlfriend knows what it is. It's garbage.
Anyway,
I love it.
Tokyo Revengers season 2. It's the same thing. It's fine. It's on Disney, which is weird, which is why I watched it so late because I forgot it existed for a while.
Oh,
it's on Disney. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre, but Disney's actually kind of like, it's gonna be kind of a hot take here, but like, it's
why don't you get a little closer to your mic though?
Disney's actually kind of nice to watch anime on. It's like actually kind of a good service. It's just kind of annoying because you have to pay for another thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, Disney would have the money to make like a good UI.
Yeah.
Disney and Netflix have good UIs.
That's the one thing that like Amazon
Crunchyroll is a little dicey sometimes.
Yeah. Like they've recently put in a thing where like you can change your language preference in it, and I don't know what it does. It does nothing. I still don't. I don't get it. But
I don't like Netflix or Crunchyroll has this thing where it's like, we're recommending these shows to you, and it's like, why?
Yeah, I've noticed that like there's no correlation between what you watch and what they recommend to you. It's like.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like
I love Crunchyroll. I love what they do.
Crunchyroll, you're good.
No, Crunchyroll's great.
I understand why they don't have like the resources to make like as good of a service as
it's just odd
Disney
that like
or Netflix.
It's just odd that like I got recommended shows that my other friends like, and my other friends got recommendations that I would like, and we were just like, do you want to just like show each other the lists that we got?
Yeah. But Tokyo Revengers, Mike, you're continuing?
I'm going to continue it. I drafted it begrudgingly, and I'm going to continue it begrudgingly. It's fine. It's like the Jersey Shore of anime. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jay, you picked Angel Next Door Spoils You Rotten, another cute show.
Yes, this is another cute show, and let me tell you, boys, this is the show that I am watching on the day it comes out every week.
It's the sleeper hit?
Out of like every show I'm watching this season, this is the one that I'm like enjoying the most.
This show is the one I've seen the most hype for sure.
Yeah, it's so cute. It feels like they're like actually communicating with each other instead of like there's no like BS where like there's any misunderstandings or anything. It's just like two people meeting, slowly getting closer and closer, and eventually, you know, things happen.
I know. I know.
And
I'll demonstrate for the YouTube video.
Sure. Please no, stop! I don't want to get caught.
You gotta blur that as
you're going to blur that. But no, like honestly, it's just like it's probably to me one of the cutest shows this season. I'd say like there's a couple others that might be argued. But I think it really depends on your preference.
Yeah. Of the like the cutesy shows this season, this is the one that's like I've seen consistently on the top of the lists and stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Amane and Mahiro are just like really cute together, and like it feels like two like high school students getting together.
Yeah. speaking of shows that like don't really have any like villains or anything like that, I'm assuming.
No, there's no
Okay.
villain. No.
I was trying to come up with a segue, but I can't do it. My next one was Tomo-chan as a girl.
Yes,
and
this was the other one I was insinuating might be like
this show
your
is
preference.
The same thing. This one's, I think, a little more comedic than yours is.
Yeah, this one's a lot more wholesome, just like wholesome, sweet sugar.
Oh, and it's straight up
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah.
Like it's a comedy show and some great characters, great character dynamics.
I've been waiting a while to talk about this. Ria Takahashi as the main girl. You can't even
wouldn't
tell
even know it's her.
You wouldn't even know that's her unless you like read somewhere on a cast list that she's playing Tomo-chan. It's unbelievable how good she got into that role.
Yeah, and I mean her other friend there, the black-haired one, Misuzu. Misuzu. She's great. And I mean the one who I think kind of took everybody out of left field was Carol in the show, who is played by Sally Amaki, who is also playing her in the dub.
Yeah,
Michael.
she's a fluent. She fluently speaks English and Japanese, so she plays her in both.
That's so cool.
Which is really cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
That's like some Radwimp stuff. Like
she's also, I think, one of the hosts for Crunchyroll Awards.
Oh, really?
I think she is.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think she's done it before.
When Jay says speaks fluently, like she doesn't have an accent.
No.
Like she speaks completely fluent English. So that's very impressive. I think she's only one of like 5 people who play the character in both Japanese and in the dub. That's good for her. That's very impressive.
Yeah.
And a cool thing about a good show. I will continue to watch this show.
Oh, if it wasn't clear before, I'm continuing to watch Angel Next Door.
Right.
Yeah, like
I'm sorry.
not even a question there.
Yeah, Tomo-chan, I think is like the perfect blend of like, I don't know, like it's funny, of course. And if you like fan service, it has its fan service, but it's not like it doesn't smash you over the head with it.
It's tasteful.
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 You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. It's not that uncomfortable level of fan service.
I've definitely seen. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You have to be okay with fan service, but it's not like it's not like
the point.
What am I trying to? It's not like the only thing it has going for it.
Yeah,
I don't know,
and it makes sense too. There's a reason for it. It makes sense, right? It's like
it's not a crutch. It's not a crutch that it leans on, but rather like it uses it to make a point.
It's like that old saying. You know it when you see it.
Yeah,
and
that's
like
right.
This show just has enough.
Yeah,
like it's not over the top with it.
It has me intrigued. Honestly, I might watch a couple episodes of this before the season's over.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
I might try it out.
I think Mike might like it. Mike, your next show, I'm interested in. I'm interested in what you think of this one. It's campfire cooking in another world.
Yes. This is my 3rd pick, and at the time, I basically took this one because I didn't really know exactly what it was. I just knew there was people that really liked the light novel, and I knew that it was being animated by Studio Mappa, as Jay said there.
Studio Mappa?
Yeah,
it is.
It's by Mappa.
So, Mappa doesn't miss. So I kind of was like, yeah, you know what? Like, I like food. I like Mappa.
Yes, I do like air.
This really can't be bad, right? Like, this should be good. So I picked it up and I started watching it. I watched this one with Shazana, actually. And it is delightful. I'm really enjoying this one. It's definitely not like a perfect anime. It's not going to be for everyone. If you don't like it, like literally there's almost like no plot almost. Like there is a plot, but it's like not the point. The point is that you get to watch this dude like do silly things with his skills, and he has this big giant dog who acts all goofy even though he's like infinitely powerful, and all he does is just make delicious meals, and you look at them and you say, oh, that looks really good, and then you just like sympathize with like the giant wolf god who's like drooling over this katsudon or like wagyu beef. There's a funny meme in it where he accidentally feeds the wolf wagyu too early, and now he's like obsessed with it and wants it all the time. And then he's like, I can't always buy you Wagyu. But it's just like, it's just great. It's just a great show. I'd recommend it if anyone wants like a comfy, silly little jaunt through a fantasy world. I will continue.
I feel
it
like
sure.
this would be would definitely be the comf show. Is it full episodes? Like, are they 25 minutes?
Yeah. And
see, I was wondering if it's like the Fate cooking show, like the Emiya one.
No,
where
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't?
I haven't. No, I've been meaning to watch it for forever. So if one of you guys wants to make me review it, that'd be a great choice.
There's not much there to review.
Yeah,
the episodes are like 10 minutes long. I'm surprised you haven't watched them.
I should. I really should.
You could get through it in like a couple hours.
This one, no, I don't think it's probably quite like that, just from the vibes I get. There really is like he starts off in this one place and then he travels, he meets people. There is like a story to it and kind of like a plan. Yeah. But like I said,
loose.
it's not the point. It's not, I wouldn't say it's loose. It's just what would normally be the A plot is actually like the B plot. Like you're not watching this to watch a story. It's not like a normal isekai where you want to see where the adventure goes. You just want to see what he cooks and his adventures with his buddies and stuff. It's very wholesome. I like it. I'm all about the wholesome lately, except for my last 2 picks here. But we'll talk about those in a bit.
Does this show like give you recipes? That's the last question I want to.
It it doesn't give you like an actual recipe, but it shows you how to make things, and it's like the funny part is like he's not necessarily a great cook. He just has the ability to like order these like sauces and stuff off because he basically has access to like Walmart online shopping and it's instantly delivered to him. And it's like he'll just order like the meat and stuff, it'll instantly arrive, and then he just basically like fries the meat up and puts like this pre-bottled sauce on it and stuff. And then just puts it over rice. And because nobody's ever had any like quality food in this fantasy world, everyone's just like mind blown. Like it's
so his power is that he's in a fantasy world, but he still has access to Amazon.
Yeah, basically.
Basically. Like it's not Amazon, but it's like it's an online grocery store that he can just buy and it instantly arris. But he still has to pay money for it though, which is like kind of the funny thing.
Yeah, it's essentially Amazon.
There's like a funny bit in it where he like he remembers like in the ancient human world that like salt was very precious. So he like buys some salt from the store for like super cheap and then takes it to a store. And then they're like, oh my goodness, this is the finest quality salt and pepper I've ever seen. And it's just like, he's like, oh, it's just like grocery store salt and pepper. But it's just, it's such a clever little show.
Yeah.
I will continue watching it.
Good. That's, Maybe next time I'm in the comf mood, I might watch that one. Jay, your next one is Spy Family.
No, Spy Classroom.
Sorry, Spy Classroom. Spy Classroom.
So I have read the light novel of this one, and I definitely expected more of a reaction to it. I kind of understand because it is again holding up against Licorice Recoil. It probably doesn't match up to it. But like, I don't hate it. I'm not going to say that I prefer the light novel because I don't think that that's the case, but like, it's not, I probably hyped it up too much.
Oh, okay. Shouldn't have been picked at this high?
No, honestly, if I probably should have swapped Angel Next Door and Spy Classroom.
Okay.
But sometimes I go against my gut. Sometimes I go against my gut and I'm wrong.
Yeah, hey man, sometimes we make bad picks. I mean, hey, I picked My Life as Inukai-san's dog.
At least you picked that one last.
So you only had to watch one episode for the mid-season, right?
Yeah.
Honestly,
which I haven't done.
Yeah. At the time, Jay, I will validate you here. You picked these in the correct order, I would say. The only one I was surprised by that you picked so late was Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible, honestly. That was the only one I thought you wanted to pick earlier.
The only reason I didn't pick that so high is because everything else was just much more of a priority for me.
Yeah. And this one, you know what? It just didn't work. And that's not really, I wouldn't say it's your fault. Yeah.
No, I mean,
it's not your fault, Jay.
It's not your fault.
No, of course it's not my fault, but like, it just is what it is. Would I recommend it? Every time. If you are into Licorice Recoil, give it maybe like 2-3 episodes, see if it's your thing. If not, then drop it. If so, keep going, but 3 episodes is probably what I'd say.
Okay. Yeah. So it's kind of like my campfire.
Will you continue it?
Go ahead.
Cool.
Will you continue it?
Oh.
I think I have to, but if I didn't have to, then no, I would not continue it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to. I think isn't second only three episodes you have to watch?
I think you've only got to finish the top one.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. I'm dropping it then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go. I think probably that last one and also my last one are probably shows that if you watch it and you're not feeling it after the first episode even, like you already know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or vice versa. If you're feeling it, you'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What about...
Speaking of shows that I'm feeling are back and I'm happy is back, Nier Automata version 1.1a. I mean, it's Studio 1A.
Mm-hmm.
A1.
A1.
Yeah.
A1. I corrected myself. You didn't have to. And it's good. This is the show that is forcing me to... This is the show that is making me force you guys to include soundtrack in our seasonal awards. Because this show... I mean, it's just the music from the game, but like, if you've played Nier Automata, the music in that game is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so incredible. The animation in it's good. Voice acting in it's good. 2B is Mikasa's voice, Mike. Oh, wait, you watched the dub.
There probably isn't a dub for this one.
Not yet. I meant for Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah.
There will be a dub on this, I'm sure. It's just they've got to get the voice actors from the games. Like, that's probably the one downside with it from a logistics standpoint. I mean, behind the curtain a little bit is they have to get the voice actors that they used in the games.
Oh, I didn't know it was the same voice actors.
Oh, I'm sure. For the
game,
like the subs, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would.
That's kind of neat.
Not do that. Yeah. But yeah, it's good. I mean, Nier Automata has that cool aesthetic. It's got a good OP too. Aimer.
Ooh.
Aimer.
I told Jay about this one, and he's like, actually, I'm not really feeling this one. This one is. It's a good OP.
I'll back up what Jay said. I've heard only bad things about it so far.
The OP?
No, the whole show.
What?
Yeah.
When did I? Whoa, hold on here. When did I say the show was bad?
Jay told me it was bad. It's the only person I heard talk about it.
I haven't really heard anybody say anything about this show because it was on hiatus for like a month and a half.
The only thing I've heard people say about the show is that they're reusing assets from the game.
I didn't hear that.
So? Like, it's an adaptation of the game.
No,
I would expect them to.
They're literally reusing 3D models from the game in the anime.
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't care. What have you heard?
Just that, like, people...
Mike.
I just heard that it's just like...
Sorry, I guess you can't tell that I'm looking at you.
Yeah. No. As a game, they just haven't... The game hasn't translated great to an anime so far, is what they've heard. It's like good if you're a fan of the game, but if you don't know the game and you just watch just the anime, like, for example, if I were to watch it, because I haven't played Nier, I might not get as much enjoyment out of it as someone who played it. Is what I've heard. I'm
curious. Maybe I'll force you to watch one. Like, I'll strap you to that chair that I sometimes
not the duct tape J chair.
Is it J chair and force you to watch it? Because I'm curious. Like, I didn't realize that you hadn't played it at all.
No. It's newer than 10 years. I can't play it.
I dropped Nier Automata.
Really?
Yeah.
I could see why. It's a different game. It's definitely just very, very narrative based and like.
Which one did you drop? The game or the show?
The game.
Oh, okay. Because they're both called the same thing, right? One just has a number at the end.
Yeah. So the reason I dropped the game is because it was like. I'm gonna give the Cole reasoning here. It was a little difficult for me.
Oh, its easy mode is like laughably easy mode.
Oh, is it? I was playing it on normal.
Yeah. No, if you put it on easy mode, like it'll like auto dodge for you.
And secondly, just hearing that there are so many endings, I didn't want to replay it so many times to get different endings. To get the full experience. So it was just kind of like.
I think I'm kind of I've been thinking about this a lot with playing Harry Potter.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, I'm kind of an ends justify the means kind of guy, so I'm okay with like replaying it if I get a different ending.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm not really much of a replay kind of person. I like one and done.
Yeah, I hear that. But anyway, that's enough about Nier. I liked it. I'll continue it for sure. I'm enjoying it.
Does Nier go far?
That
was too much.
That actually short-circuited me.
I know. It took me a second there.
The one cool thing I will say about this, and light spoilers for it. There's this one point in the anime where it kind of references like a previous Nier game. Yeah, so that's. I do think that I know that when they announce this anime, like it is supposed to take like a different path than what the game.
Yeah.
I heard that they've been like kind of adapting like for example, the most recent episode when it returned here that just came out, I heard it adapted like one of the best bosses in the game or something. So I don't know if that's true or if like it's been
it's an interesting boss for sure. And like it's the whole thing with Nier is it's so like philosophical and heady.
Right.
So that's a very cool one where it's like you start, and at the end of the episodes you start to think like, are we the baddies, as the old meme says? Yeah.
I thought the point of the game was just to like run around as like an android chick in a short skirt.
That too.
Yeah. Before we move on, I just want to say I was making.
I just really want to move on to the next one.
I know. I just want to say I made a goof earlier. I was misrepresenting Jay's opinion as a silly little bit, and I know he doesn't like when I do that. So my things I say were not Jay's actual opinion; they are my own.
The opinions expressed by each individual podcast host do not necessarily express the opinion
of the podcast as a whole.
I'm just getting ahead of the inevitable after podcast sit down where Jay corners me and he's like, "Listen, you son of a bitch."
Now I gotta bleep.
Now I gotta take out the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of trash, this next show is not trash. I love this show, and I'm so mad at you that you picked this. I don't know why I didn't pick it
because I had the first pick.
No, you didn't. This is your second pick.
Oh, well.
Trigun Stampede.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a silly little guss. Yeah,
Trigun Stampede is... Well, Mike, it's your show. You talk about it first.
No, you know what? I'm taking the ball. I'm lobbing it up to you, man.
Oh, thank you. It's anime of the season. It's so good. I don't know. This show is not getting any love online, period, at all.
I know why.
It's so engaging. The animation in it is great. Like the animation, again, Studio Orange does what only can be done by CG anime.
Yeah.
And it does it well, and it does it in a not in your face way.
I'm honestly so surprised that you didn't pick it knowing that it was animated by Studio Orange.
I don't know.
And then like
I don't know why.
Retrospectively thought like, I know I love Studio Orange, why didn't I pick this? Like this whole sequence of events baffles me.
I don't know, and I still picked it as anime of the season.
Yeah, I know. It's baffling.
I don't know.
It's amazing though. Like it's so good. Like the OP and the ED are so good too. Like
the OP is amazing.
The OP is,
and every time
I'm looking at the camera right now.
Yeah,
listen, you. The OP is OP of the season.
Every time I watch this show, I'm just like, man, does this like look so good? Like
it looks so
the cinematography is so on point, and it's great. There are like, I'd be lying if I said that all of the CG looks amazing. To be fair, there are some jank just because it's like CG, but like for 95% of the time, it's good. It's just there's some bits that are just like, oh, that look kind of cartoony and gamey. You know what I mean? Like that weird.
I definitely am wearing like my rose-colored glasses when I watch Studio Orange, but I don't see any issues with it.
Yeah, it's very good. And yeah, like our hot take earlier before said, E-Boy Vosh, I'm here for it. I'm here for E-Boy Vosh. Yeah. Vosh or is it Vash? I don't even know.
I'd say Vosh.
I say Vosh. I think a lot of people are going into this with the mindset of like classic Trigun, and they're not keeping an open mind that things may change.
Yes.
And
like, that's what I've heard, Jay, is that people are not liking that the animation is different because it's CG, and people are like going into it expecting it to be just like a remake.
Yeah.
When it's like a totally new thing.
It's like Final Fantasy VII Remake when they completely redid the whole thing, and it's not beat for beat Final Fantasy VII.
Right.
And the thing that bothers me about that is, like, if creators have a reason to make something new and completely reinvent the wheel, let them. Because maybe it'll be different, but maybe it'll be better for it.
And I don't know, like, I haven't watched the original Trigun, which probably disqualifies my opinion now to a lot of people, but
neither have I, to be fair.
This is... I don't know, if the original Trigun is like this, like, I can see why a lot of people really hold it up. And maybe... Go ahead.
I think it isn't, and that's why it's not getting as much attention as we both feel it deserves, is because it is different.
If that's the issue, then I don't know.
That's hard to argue that, right? Because it's like, it does it? Because I think if you love the original and then this isn't the same, it's just a letdown, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the sentimentality of it that's letting people down rather than the actual quality of the show itself.
It's like if you
my issue with that is you still have the original.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to like both, and you can like both individually.
For sure.
Right.
Like, yeah,
but just like imagine you go to McDonald's and you get your Big Mac and like the Thousand Island dressing on it is different or something, or there's romaine lettuce on it.
Well, and that's not really a good example because you can't get the old Big Mac, right? You can still go back and watch the original Trigun.
Or like when you went to Japan, you had Japan's Big Mac and you were like, oh, it's not as good.
Or what if
I can still have like a Big Mac when I get home.
Right.
Okay.
But like
better example. I tell you I'm bringing over a Big Mac and you're like, oh buddy, Big Mac time. And it's like a homemade Big Mac that I made with like different ingredients. And it's like, it's still good, but it's just like not what you were expecting. Do you know what I mean?
That's a better one. A better one. Yeah. But I don't know, like I should back up and specify. If that is the only reason why people don't like it, is because it's not like the original. That's what I have an issue with.
And I think the other big ones is just the CG. Some people CG is just like non-starter.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of people have this weird stigma about CG that like the moment it's used, it's instantly a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Well, and like for good reason, I think, but it's just like,
well,
you gotta look at Studio Orange
for good reason.
You gotta look at Studio Orange as a whole and realize like they've never done like bad animation.
That's the thing. Like, just because it's CG doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bad.
I know. But what I mean is, like, most CG anime is not great.
Yeah.
In terms of visuals.
But Orange knows what they're doing.
Orange is always great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The last thing I'll say before we move on is I love the biggest difference I've noticed in this is like in the CG, they must have been like loving the particle physics effects in CG, or they must have just bought like a new add-in or whatever for their CG program, because the amount of like times they have like a ton of like sand particles or like dust flying around or like bits and bobs and stuff. It's just like, it's great. I love it so much, and it's just so much detail. It looks great on my big screen.
Yeah, Studio Orange, I think, is kind of like Pixar in that sense, where they try and do something. Every time they make something, they want to like
innovate,
get better at it.
Yeah.
So
it's like Nintendo.
Yeah, like with Pixar, like when they did Monsters Inc., like they really wanted to like make sure that Sully's hair all looked good.
So they individually did each one of his hairs.
So then with Beastars, Studio Orange wanted to make sure that like their innovation on that one was, again, the hair physics on the animals. And maybe on this one, it was kind of the particles of sand and stuff. Again, things that you can only do in CG.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't hand animate the little
each individual
specks
sand
of
part.
sand.
And like that's unreasonable to get someone who's drawing it to literally go in and draw each individual particle of sand and make it look good. Yeah.
If you saw that in a hand-drawn anime, it was CG.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Jay.
Yes.
Bungo Stray Dogs season 4.
Bungo Stray. Okay. I alluded to this, but from the fact that I am watching Angel Next Door, and that is the only show that I am up to date on every single week. Yeah. I'm not up to date on Bungo Stray Dogs, but that's not because it's bad. It's because I've already read this arc in the manga, so I know what happens. So it's kind of like a retread. I said this earlier when we were talking about Nier. I'm not really the biggest fan of going back and going through things.
Yeah.
But that said, this season's really good.
I don't know much about Bungo Stray Dogs, so you guys will have to.
So it's a very shonen anime about it kind of like a detective agency and like a mafia and tons of other different organizations, and they all have superpowers. And basically the interesting part of it is every one of the characters is named after like famous authors, and all their powers are like one of their notable works.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So like the main guy is Osamu Dazai, who's known for writing the book No Longer Human, right? So his whole power, and the famous thing about Osamu Dazai is that he killed himself. So Osamu Dazai's whole thing is he wants to kill himself.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I remember that about the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then his power is called No Longer Human. So it's like a clever nod, but I think his power doesn't have. What does No Longer Human do for him again? I can't remember.
It nullifies powers.
Oh, that's right.
If he's touching them.
Yeah, so it has nothing. The powers don't really have much to do with whatever.
It's just what they're called.
It's very dependent because, like, I
guess
like
there's
one power. F. Scott Fitzgerald, whose power is the Great Gatsby, basically gives him power the more money he spends.
Yeah, it's a silly
or the more
show.
money he has.
It's fun though.
So like, yeah,
I would be powerless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, you have power.
We
on
would
yourself.
be very, very weak.
Well, no, you have
I
power.
do have. You're right. Jay. You're right. You're right. She's right here.
But no, like, I mean, seasons 1 to 3 are pretty decent, but it's really season 4 that really like amps things up. And the thing that really interested me is like, when I watched season 2 back when that came out, it started off by adapting one of the light novels, and I was kind of like, okay, let's get back to the good stuff that I liked in season 1. And this time, it again started with the light novel stuff, and I was actually interested this time. So I'm actually like kind of invested in getting the light novels and reading those. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, this is 4th season of it, eh?
That's the thing. If you're still like, if you still haven't started it, it might be a bit daunting because it is season 4. Yeah. But if you like shonen stuff and you want to try something new, I definitely give this a try. At least just like a little bit.
Would you say it's been worth watching the first 3 seasons to get to this point? Because like that's kind of the argument we always have with My Hero Academia is it worth watching all of it to get to this?
That's kind of the thing. I don't know. I like it's really dependent on the person.
Yeah.
And what you like.
So like I've already watched like the first 3 seasons and the movie, so I think I'll probably watch this at some point. I'm just kind of like not in a huge rush.
Maybe we'll do season 1 of Bungo for a review just to get Cole to watch it and see what he thinks.
Maybe.
Force me to.
Well, I mean, it's just a good way to get you to get an idea of what you're in for with the show.
I don't think Cole would like it if I had to guess. But I've been surprised many times before.
I'm a little on the fence on whether Cole would like it or not. Because, like...
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to like.
Yeah.
He does, like, shonen stuff. And, like...
Sometimes.
Yeah. And it's Studio Bones, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, Bones is pretty good. You going to continue it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I kind of figured he would.
I'm a little behind on it, but I'm definitely going to continue it.
Speaking of being behind on shows, my
behind
first overall show was Nagatoro season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm behind on this one, but not hold on, not because I don't like it. It's because I watched this show with my brother and his girlfriend.
I feel the sympathy. I know I know the pain.
Getting him to come out and watch a show is sometimes difficult, but I'm enjoying it. I mean, again, like I'm up to date on the manga on this one, so
yeah.
I mean, if you like the first season of Nagatoro, you're gonna like the second season. This is when it does start to get more wholesome, I will say.
Okay,
it's Nagatoro, despite its reputation, is a wholesome show. You just have to get over like the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, and that is a very, honestly, kind of a bit of a high hurdle just because of how much she like really rips into him.
I hear it gets better quick though, is the thing, but
it does. It really does. I don't know. Like, I would say you got to watch like the first 3 episodes of it to get a sense for like the dynamic between the 2 characters.
Yeah.
Because at the start, like, that's not how it is.
Yeah.
For the rest of the show at all.
I did see like a screen cap because for some reason Crunchyroll just like posts like full on, it's like pretty much spoilers for things. And I did see something and I was like, oh, that's pretty wholesome. So
no, it's
the show intrigues me. Show. I'll say that.
Yeah,
when you tease that you were going to make us watch it, I was kind of like, well, I wouldn't mind doing that. And then you didn't make us watch it.
Then I bailed and made you guys watch some show about hot babes on motorcycles.
Babes on bikes in the 80s. They got big hair. Go listen to our Bubblegum Crisis. I almost said Cyberpunk Edge Runners, but yes. Go listen to those reviews.
Go listen to that too.
Yeah, we review things.
We got all the reviews. Go check those out.
Yeah, we got all the reviews like Bubblegum Crisis and Cyberpunk Edge Runners and
those other shows.
There's other shows that you love. Land of the Lustrous.
I guess this would be a good time to pump the tires on our next review, Barakamon, suggested by Jay.
Yeah,
has anyone started it yet?
No. Well, I've been out of the country.
Cole's been in Japan.
It's true.
2 weeks.
I am leaving our province soon, and I plan to watch it on the flight. So when next time you hear from me, I'll have watched it all.
Should have watched it. You know me, I'll watch it like the last week. How many episodes is it?
It's
I think
13.
It's 12 or 13.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah. I'll watch it in that week. Nagatoro.
Yes.
Good show. If you're like Jay and you're nervous about the start of it, just push through. Be a man. Push through. Be strong.
Be a man.
Be a strong boy. Push through the first couple episodes, and then continue on.
That's the thing. For some people, like pushing through content to get to what some might consider the good stuff is a bit difficult.
Well, so it's just kind of a non-starter for people, right? It's kind of like we were talking with what was the one we were talking about earlier? The
one we just
Tomo-chan as a girl, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Some people, it's just like they just don't go for that, and they know right away, and it's just an instant, I'm going to stop. Or CG, right? They just know.
Yeah.
What I mean is, if you're on the fence about it, and what's holding you up is like, oh, she's too mean at the start of it. Like, honestly, I wouldn't even say it's the first couple episodes. It's like the first segment of the first episode. And then it does really stop becoming unbearable.
Yeah, I know it gets better, but it wasn't for me. So
I'm talking to everybody, Jim.
No, I know.
Not
I know,
just
but
you.
what I'm saying is if you normally are in line with my take on romance anime, it wasn't for me, so take that how you will.
Here, the thing I've noticed about Jay and why I think the show might not be for him is Jay generally likes like very like pure characters, and I guess like the edge of Nagatoro might be too much, I guess.
Yeah, it really is.
Doesn't like mean people.
How I describe it is it's Takagi-san
plus
turned up to 11.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible is like Takagi-san even
it's rounder.
Turned down a little.
Yeah. It's very round and
like,
soft.
For me, I probably, Cole, honestly, Takagi would probably be like my limit for like
what?
Jay's a soft boy.
For like how mean characters can get to each other.
Yeah, he doesn't. He likes everyone to get along and just have comfy times.
Just have comfy times.
Yeah,
comf times.
Yeah.
Everybody watch Yuri Comp. camp.
Yuri camp. Cole's got Yuri on his mind.
I'm struggling.
Yeah. Well, the jet lag, right? So we should probably move on. Jay, are you going to continue watching this? Oh, wait.
It was my show. Yes, I will.
Show.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll continue watching it. Mike, you have the last show.
And the comfiest
which was
show.
the first overall show, which we already talked about a little bit. I don't know why I'm like allowing, like I'm kind of just extending this and delaying the inevitable for what show you're going to watch. And that show was a show that came out this season.
And it's based on a manga that the manga is published by Kodansha. And it's a very long-awaited hype show that people are really looking forward to.
People are really looking forward to. But
despite the fact that it's switched,
it's kind of turned over a little bit. And now people are a little caught off guard. And that show is about Vikings, and it's Vinland Saga season 2.
Oh, we're done now. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we can keep going. The bit's done.
The bit's done. Okay. You guys have had your silly little games, and now I can talk about the best show of the season. Vinland Saga Season 2. Is it the best show of the season? Maybe.
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't watched it at all.
No? You know what? It's been... You know me. You know I don't like things that are slow. And the first season of this, or the first bit of this that's come out so far, has been fairly slow, and I knew it would be slow, but I know what's coming, and the payoff is going to be worth it. And it's like just now getting to the good stuff. Like it's
let him cook. Let the show cook.
Oh yeah.
Let him cook.
Oh, she's going to cook, and it's going to end up like this show has the potential to end up like one of the best. It's going to be up there with like the Hunters and like the best shonen of all time. But the thing is, it's deceiving.
It's not shonen.
It's
seinen, not shonen.
Yeah. It starts off as shonen, but people gotta remember is that the first season is like a prequel, and the show is actually basically the actual show has just started now, and this is what Vinland Saga actually is. It's about Thorfinn basically dealing with being a horrible person in the past, and how that's like affected him mentally, just basically being like literally knowing only killing for his entire like childhood, and then having no.
The theme of Mike's first two picks here is pacifism.
Yeah. I mean, this is, if you look at my list, other than Tokyo Revengers, there is definitely there is a theme there. We got some nice, comfy vibes with Bofuri, just silly little fun in a VR game. We got Tokyo Revengers, which and then we got.
Well, I mean, to be fair with the pacifism, the guy's trying to save his girlfriend. So
that's true. You know, I did just watch a guy like throw a church pew though, but campfire cooking in another world is comfy. It isn't pacifism, like there's a lot of murder in it, but that's kind of a theme here too. There's a lot of murder in this.
Let's forget about that.
Did I tell you about Bofuri? How it's like one of the running jokes in it is like Maple is super like cute and silly, and then she'll just do like the most horrifying stuff constantly. It's hilarious. I love it.
Oh, I know that she's like super strong.
No,
I don't know. I really like. I'm considering watching it.
You should.
Like it looks. Anyway, we're not talking about.
We're not talking about Bofuri. We're talking about Vinland Saga. It's been very cerebral so far. It's all about Einar and Thorfinn kind of just like hashing it out, and Thorfinn's like basically like what as far as it's gotten right now. Thorfinn's like, I guess I can't really say much more without spoiling, but there's all the development and plot has been incurring internally for Thorfinn basically, so it's very good. It's just not the shonen hype beast that it was before with like crazy battles and stuff, but trust me, they be coming, because a certain king is going to make an appearance fairly soon, I think. But yes that's like the last episode. When this comes out, that'll be like 2 weeks ago. So
one thing I will say about this one is I don't know what Crunchyroll's doing. Like absolutely no advertisement for this show.
It's funny you say that, Cole, because when I turn on Crunchyroll, like when I open the app, that's the first thing I see.
It's not.
It is
on
for
mine,
me.
On mine.
Yeah, for me it is.
Which is surprising, because I'll watch stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it's not being advertised to me, or even on their like Instagram and stuff. Like it's not on there.
I don't even know. a lot of Tomo-chan. That's probably the thing I see the most of.
Yeah.
But I do see quite a lot of Vinland Saga advertised, I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, which I don't understand.
It's usually like the header when I log into Crunchyroll.
Yeah, me Saga.
Too. I'll take a picture of my Crunchyroll so that you guys can see
the weird thing is like the dub. It says it's dubbed and subbed on Crunchyroll. By the way, I'm sub for Vinland Saga. But it's not. The dub is not on Crunchyroll. It's only on Netflix, I think, which is it's kind of a strange one. Cole's got his finger up. He's got something to say. Yeah,
are you subtitled on Vinland or on?
He's so jet lagged. The poor boy. Let's hurry up.
Are you subtitled on Trigun?
No, dub.
No, you're watching the dub.
We're watching the dub. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a good dub. I like it so far. It's good voices. Good peeps.
Will you continue Vinland Saga Season 2?
I most certainly will be, and I'll be continuing Season 3 when it comes out. This is a great anime. I love Vinland Saga so much. I can't wait to see everything happen and Thorfinn's journey. It's great. Nice. Watch it, Cole. Hurry up and watch it.
Let's go through our new anime picks of the season and see if we want to change any of them. I initially picked Nier Automata. Jay, what did you pick?
I picked Spy Classroom.
And Mike picked
Campfire Cooking in Another World.
And then would any of us like to change it?
Negatory.
Nagatoro? No, I honestly would be tossed up between Nier and Tomo-chan, to be honest. But no, I was pretty hyped when Nier came back. I'll go with Nier.
You're just gonna stick with what you know and what you love.
I'll stick with what I got. Yeah, Jay.
So I'm kind of tossed up because I do think that if I were to give a recommendation for a new show, I'd probably say Angel Next Door. But at the same time, I want to stick to my guns and just see where we're at by the end.
Jay, you're a huge stick to your guns guy. I like it.
I like it. Michael?
Yeah. I'm going to continue with my Campfire Cooking because honestly, if you look at my shows, they're all kind of sequels, and there's two. Most of them are season 2s, and then one of them is a remake. So carry on, boys.
Yep. And then anime of the season predictions. I went with Trigun Stampede. I'm not even going to belay this any further. I will not be changing that. Jay.
I'm not changing that.
Jay, you went with
Bungo Stray Dogs season 4. I'm not changing that.
Okay.
Jay's just like, you can read my thoughts. Yeah, I ain't changing it. No more needs to be said. I picked Vinland Saga season 2. See, this is more of a question. Yes. Do I change it to Trigun?
Well, only you can make that
decision.
Only
I can make that decision, and I will not. I'm going to keep it with Vinland Saga for now.
I like it.
Forever, because I can't change it after this moment, so.
Well, I mean, at the end of you can pick
when you give it the award.
Well, there'll be an anime of the season, but this is just a prediction.
Yeah. Okay.
No, so we're all holding strong for the most part, except for one, I think, right? Jay, you just changed Spy Classroom, I thought?
No. We stuck with everything. The only thing that would be changed is the dog one, but I can't. So
can't do it. Can't do it.
Anything anybody's watching other than what we have?
I am watching a lot.
Jay watches too much.
Anything of note?
I actually don't remember everything I'm watching. So let me see if there's anything quickly that I can think of to recommend.
We're also over an hour.
That is true. Danmachi! We haven't talked about Danmachi yet. Season 4 is really good. It's not on my list, but go watch it if you like Danmachi. It's actually probably the best Danmachi's been since it started. So go watch it.
That's a hot take. Okay. Cole, you also like that Ice Guy show, right?
I was just going to say the Ice Guy and his cool female colleague. More comf. Good show. Give it a watch.
Yes.
Michael? Great eye animation when you're watching it. Look at the eyes. Look to the eyes.
I actually did notice that while I was watching it. I agree.
Very cool, shifty eyes. Their characters are nervous. Mike, anything?
No, I've honestly not been watching that much. I did finish up. I guess I'm still watching Blue Lock and My Hero Academia, and they've both been really good still. I definitely
Blue Lock has
enjoying
been really
those.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm genuinely happy that My Hero is still good. This is usually the point of the season where it stops being good.
Yeah, no, it's still hype. I also finished Eminence in Shadow too. It's a good show.
Yeah.
The OP for My Hero is
for
good.
My Hero is like fire right now.
It's very very edgy. Yes.
Jay would like it.
That's not why it's good. It's just really well animated and a good song.
It is good, and it's got your chick Lady Nagant in it too.
Oh,
that's not why though. It's just well animated and a good song.
We know why.
I'll send it to you boys after, so you can stop
watched the
harassing
show,
me
Jay.
about this.
I've watched the show.
Send us your collection of Lady Nagant pictures. Anyway, thank you for listening to another episode of the Anime Protagonist Podcast. You can follow us on all of the social medias at AniProPod. That's ANIPROPOD. You can follow me personally on social media. That's at AniProCole, ANIPROCOLE. Michael, where can they follow you?
Hey, you can follow me at Gritty Gundam, GRITTYGUNDUM. GAM.
Redo that. Slow down, redo it.
Okay. You can follow me at GRITTYGUNDAM on Twitter.
There you go. Jay?
You can't follow me.
I'm
joking.
Twitter?
I'm joking.
Oh.
You can follow me at Jaygaredian. That's JAYGAREDIAN.
And follow his YouTube page. Like, review, and subscribe. Tell a friend all about us. And, of course, come to our Discord. We have a Discord. Links to everything is at our website, anipropod.com.
Or in the description.
Or in the description, of course. There. Yes. But we'll be back next week. And until we come back next week, we say, as we do at the end of every episode of the Anime Protagonist Podcast, bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.